Namaste. Today I'm going to read Book 11, Chapter 22 on the rules of Visvadeva in the Maha Devi Bhagavatam. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya, Koti Surya Samapravanina Vegana. Hari Om Tat Sat. Narayana said, O Narada, in connection with the Purashcharanam, it comes now to my memory about the rules concerning the Visvadeva worship, an offering made to the Visvadevas, an offering to all deities made by presenting oblations to fire before meals. Here the 5 yajnas are the following. 1. Deva Yajna, 2. Brahma Yajna, 3. Bhuta Yajna, 4. Pitri Yajna, and 5. Manusya Yajna. Fireplace, the pair of stone pestles, brooms for sweeping, etc., sieves and other household things of the sort, wooden mortars used for cleansing grains from husk, the water jars. These 5 are the sources of evils, inasmuch as they are the means of killing. So to free oneself from the above sins, one is to sacrifice before the Vishvadeva, never offer oblations of Vishvadeva on hearths, on any iron vessel, on the ground, or on broken tiles. They are to be offered in any sacrificial pit, kunda, or on any sacrificial altar. Do not fire the hearth by fanning with hands, with winnowing baskets, or with holy deerskin, etc. But you can do so by blowing by your mouth. For the mouth is the origin of fire. If the fire be ignited by clothes, one is liable to get disease. If by winnowing baskets, then less of wealth comes. If by hands, one's death ensues. But if it be done by blowing, then one's success comes. There is the danger of catching fire. One should sacrifice with curd, ghee, fruits, roots, and vegetables, and water, and in their absence with fuel, grass, etc., or with any other substances soaked with ghee, curd, payasa, or lastly with water, but never with oil or with salty substances. If one performs the homa with dry or stale substances, one is attacked with leprosy. If anybody performs homa with leavings of other food, he becomes subdued by his enemy. If one does so with rude and harsh substances, he becomes poor, and if one does with salty substances, he meets with a downward course, gets degraded in position and honor. You can offer oblations to Vishvadeva by burning coals and ashes from the north side of the fire in the hearth after the preparation of the meals. But you should never offer sacrifices with salty things. The illiterate Brahmana who eats before offering oblations to Vishvadeva goes headlong downwards into the Kala Sutra hell. Whatever food that you are intending to prepare, whether they be vegetables, leaves, roots, or fruits, offer oblations to Vishvadeva. With that, if the homa be performed of Vishvadeva, any brahmachari comes, then take off for the homa first something, and then give to the beggar and satisfy him and tell him to be off. For the brahmachari mendicant can remove any defects that may occur to Vishvadeva, but Vishvadeva is unable to remove any defects that may occur regarding the mendicant brahmachari. Both the Paramahansa or brahmachari mendicant are the masters of the prepared food. pakana. So when anybody takes one's food without giving to any of these two, if they happen to come there, he will have to make the Chandrayana, religious or expiatory penance regulated by the moon's age. That is waxing or waning. O Narada, after the offering, gives to Visvanara, one is to offer Gograsa, that is mouthfuls of food to the cows. Here now how that is done. The mother, Surabhi, the beloved of Vishnu, is always stationed in the region of Vishnu. Vishnupada. So, O Saurabhi, I am offering you mouthfuls of food. Accept it. Salutations to the cows. Saying this, one is to worship the cows and offer food to them. Hereby, Saurabhi, the mother of the cows, becomes pleased. After this, one is to wait outside for a period that is taken to milk a cow, whether any guests are coming, for if any guest goes back disappointed from any house, without any food, he takes away all the punyams, merits of the householder, and gives him back his own sin. The householder is to support mother, father, guru, brother, son, servants, dependents, guests, those that have come, and Agni fire. Knowing all these, he who does not perform the functions of the household is reckoned as fallen from his dharma, both in this world and in the next. The poor householder gets the same fruit by performing these 5 Mahayajnas that a rich Brahmana gets by performing the Somayajna. O best of the Munis, now I am talking of the Pranagni Hotra, or about taking food, knowing the rules of which makes a man free from birth, old age, and death, and from all sorts of sins. He who takes his food according to proper rules is freed of the threefold debts, delivers his 21 generations from the hells, obtains the fruits of all the yajnas, and goes unhampered to all the regions of the righteous. Think of the belly as arani, or the piece of wood for kindling the fire. By attrition, think of the mind as the churning rod, and think of the wind as the rope, and then kindle the fire residing in the belly. The eyes are to be considered as the sacrificer. The adharyu are considered fire in the belly. As the result of churning in this fire of the belly, one is to offer oblations for the satisfaction of prana, etc. The 5 deities, first of all, offer oblations to the prana vayu with food taken by the forefinger, middle finger, and thumb. Next, offer oblations to the apana vayu with the thumb, middle finger, and the nameless anama finger. Next, offer oblations to the Vayana Vayu, breath, with the thumb, nameless finger, and the little finger. Next, offer oblations to the Udana Vayu with the thumb, forefinger, and the little finger. And lastly, offer oblations to the Samana Vayu with food taken by all the fingers. At the same time, repeat respectively the mantras Om Pranaya Swaha, Om Apanaya Swaha, Om Samanaya Swaha, Om Udanaya Swaha, Om Vyanaya Swaha. Within the mouth there is the Ahavaniya fire. Within the heart there is the Garhapatya fire. In the navel there is the Dakshinagni fire. Before the navel there is the Sabhya Agni fire. And below that there is the Avastya avasati, Agni, fire. Think thus. Next, consider the speech as the hota, the prana as the udgata, the eyes as the udharyu, the mind as the Brahma, the ears as the hota, and the keeper of the Agni, the ahamkara, egoism, at best pasu, omkara as water, the buddhi, intellect of the householder as the legal wife, the heart of the sacrificial altar, the hairs and paws as the kusagras, and the two hands as the sacrificial ladles and spoons, shruk and shruva. Then think of the color of the prana mantra as golden, the fire of hunger, as the rishis say, Surya, the sun and Devata, the chandas as Gayatri, and pranaya svaha as the mantra uttered also repeat. Idama ditya devaya nama. And offer oblations to the prana. The color of the apana mantra is milk white. Shraddha Agni is the rishi. The moon is the devata. Usnik is the chandas, and apanaya svaha. Idam samayana nama are the mantras. The color of the Vyana mantra is red, like red lotuses. The fire deity Hutasana is the rishi. The fire is the devata. Anustup is the chandas. Vyanaya svaha and idam aganaye nama are the mantras. The color of the Udana mantra is like that of the worm. Indra Gopa, fire is the rishi, Vayu is the devata. Brihati is the chandas. Udanaya svaha and idam vayave nama are the mantras. The color of the samana mantra is like lightning. Agni is the rishi. Parajanya, the rain's water, is the devata. Pankti is the chanda. Samanaya svaha anidam parjanyaya nama are the mantras. O Narada, thus offering the 5 oblations to the 5 breaths. Next, offer oblations to the Atman, the Bhisana Vani is the rishi. The Gayatri is the chanda. The self is the devata. Atmane svaha and Idamatmani nama are the mantras. O Narada, he who knows this homa of Pran Agnihotra attains the state of Brahma. Thus I have spoken to you in brief the rules of the Pran Agnihotra homa. Here ends the 22nd chapter of the 11th book on the rules of Visvadeva in the Maha Puranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Ved Vyasa. Om Janti Mangala. Hari Om Tat Sat.